Greetings dear children. In this video we will be learning Shakespeare's Julius Caesar Act 2 Scene 2. Let's look at the synopsis of the scene. Supernatural elements play an important role in this scene. Caesar has been disturbed by the storm. Calpurnia has a dream that Caesar's statue has been spouting blood. Caesar is shaken by the ominous signs of his wife's dream, and he asks the priest to sacrifice a beast and study its entrails. Frightened by the meaning of these dreams and by other signs of doom, Calpurnia begs Caesar not to leave the house as she fears something bad will happen to him. Caesar boasts that he is indestructible, but eventually he listens to her and agrees to stay at home. At this juncture, Decius, one of the conspirators, enters. He changes Caesar's mind. Calpurnia is once again ignored. Finally, Caesar allows himself to be escorted to the Senate by the conspirators. The scene is set in Caesar's house during a night of thunder and lightning. Where does the scene take place? So the smaller venue, Caesar's house, and the larger venue is Rome. Caesar has observed that strange and ominous things are happening all night long. He says, "Nor heaven nor earth have been at peace tonight. This night has been a great disturbance in both heaven and earth. Thrice hath Calpurnia in her sleep cried out." How many times did she cry out? Thrice, 3 times. And what did she say? "Help, oh, they murder Caesar. Help, help, they are murdering Caesar." By the time he hears a sound and he asked, who is there waiting outside? Who is within? Servant enters, "My lord." And what instruction did Caesar give to his servant? "Go, bid the priest do present sacrifice and bring me their opinions of success." This is the answer. What instruction did Caesar give to his servant? "Go, bid the priest do present sacrifice and bring me their opinions of success." Go inform the priest, do present sacrifice. What does do present sacrifice? It means offer a sacrifice, which is an act of offering an animal to God after it is killed before the God in a special way, and bring me their opinion of success. Bring me the opinion of the priest after performing the sacrifice, whether Caesar would be successful. That means, or the day will go well with Caesar. The priest, after cutting open the sacrificial animal, inspect the organs within and thus able to predict the future. Servant says that, "I will, my lord," and he exits. Enter Calpurnia. "What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today." What do you intend, Caesar? Think you to walk forth. Do you mean to go out today, wherein you are not supposed to leave the house today? How does he respond to this? "Caesar shall forth." So when Caesar says, "Caesar shall forth," he is reaffirming his resolve, his determination to go to the Senate, in spite of Calpurnia's anxieties and the peculiar events which had happened that evening. And he says here, "The things that threatened me never looked, but on my back. When they shall see the face of Caesar, they are vanished." That means Caesar is not scared of anything. And he says that no danger has ever ventured to threaten Caesar directly, standing in front of Caesar, ventured to threaten him in the face. Whenever he had confronted danger, danger disappeared before Caesar. So he is not scared of anything. He is not worried about anything. And this was the reason he gives to Calpurnia to say that Caesar shall forth. That means he is reaffirming his determination to go to Senate. When Caesar reaffirms his decision that he goes to Senate that day, Calpurnia tells Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they frighten me. Caesar, I have never much attached or given too much importance to omens. Ceremonies here refers to the omens, signs. Yet now they frighten me. But now they frighten me. I don't believe in all these omens, but now these omens frighten me. There is one within, somebody in the house. Besides the things that we have heard and seen, somebody in the house describes the terrible scenes that have been seen, recounts most horrid signs which had been seen by the watchman. Somebody in the house tells that what the watchman had seen, the horrid sights seen by the watchman. And what are that horrid scenes or the unusual things that she had heard to have ever happened? A lioness hath whelped in the street. The first unusual thing. The lioness hath, that means a lioness giving birth on the street. And graves have yawned. Here it refers to the graves have opened to let the dead bodies out. Graves have yawned and yielded up their dead, giving up, letting the corpses out. Fierce, fiery warriors fought upon the clouds. The other signs which Calpurnia is enumerating, that the soldiers in flames fighting on the clouds, how? In ranks and squadrons and the right form of war. Fierce and angry men, soldiers, have fought in the clouds, in lines and troops and proper formation of a battle. So what is the consequence of this battle? Which drizzled blood upon the capital. As a result of their fighting, blood dropped on the capital in showers. The noise of the battle hurtled in the air. The noise of the battle rushed through the air. What else could they hear? Horses did neigh. Horses neighed. Then dying men groaned, and ghosts shrieked and squealed about the streets, in the streets, shrieked and screamed in the streets. O Caesar, these things are beyond all use. These things are unnatural, and I do fear them. So here we can see she lists out her fears in order to convince Caesar not to go out of the house that particular day. And what's special on that day? That day, we know that already the soothsayer had given warning, beware the Ides of March. So she had got this dream, the nightmare the previous night, the dream that Caesar was being murdered. She is concerned about Caesar. She is trying to prevent him from going out of the house. But here we see, how does Caesar respond to her fears? What can be avoided whose end is purposed by the mighty gods? He tells that end is purposed here refers to the destiny had already ordained or decided by God. What can be avoided? It is not possible for us to avoid the thing which had already destined or planned by mighty gods. So, Caesar shall go forth. We cannot stop anything. Already, everything has been planned by God. So, Caesar will go to Senate. For these predictions, and he gives an excuse, a reason. What reason or excuse did he give? And these predictions or these omens are to the world in general as to Caesar. So these omens may apply to the whole world. It's not only meant for Caesar. It is meant for each and everyone in the world. So our destiny has been already planned, ordained by God. What is supposed to be happen, it will happen. And these omens and the predictions are for everyone. It is not only meant for Caesar. Then Calpurnia says that when beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze for the death of princes. So when Caesar says that these predictions as to what will happen in the future are meant for the whole world as well as for Caesar. So she gives answer. It looks very strange that when poor men, beggars die, when they die, what happened there? There is no comet seen. That means the nature remains undisturbed. But when princes die, great men die, great men like kings or princes die, the sky changes into lightning and thunder. When Calpurnia indirectly hinted that these omens or the predictions are not meant for the whole world but for Caesar, he replies, cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. Most important and the most famous dialogues in the whole play. Caesar says that cowards die many times in their imagination before their actual death. What about the brave, the valiant? Never taste of death but only once. Brave men experience death only once. Cowards out of fear feel dead many times in their imagination before they actually die. And he tells that of all wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death a necessary end, should understand will come when it will come. That means a person who is born will die one day. Caesar says that it occurs to Caesar that the strangest of all the wonders that he has heard of until now is that men have fear, considering the fact that the death, which is an inevitable end, will certainly come when it is supposed to come. When it is, that means in its appointed time, it will come. Servant enters and Caesar asks, what say the augurs? What says the priest? What did the priest say after the sacrifice? Servant tells that they would not have you to stir forth today. This is the answer. How did they come to this answer? Plucking the entrails of an offering forth, they could not find a heart within the beast. That's the reason the priest advised Caesar not to go out of the house that particular day. They forbid Caesar not to go the particular day. When they pulled out the internal entrails, internal organs of that animal, which was a sacrifice to gods, what did they find? They could not find a heart in the beast, in that animal. Here we see Caesar interprets this finding. He tells that the gods do this, gods have done this in shame of cowardice. The gods have done this to put cowards to shame. I am not a coward, I am brave. So gods have done this to put cowards to shame. And he tells that Caesar should be beast without a heart. On what condition? Provided he should stay at home today for fear. In fear, if Caesar stays at home, then Caesar is like an animal, a beast without heart. I do not want to belong in that category. That is cowards category. If I stay at home, it's like Caesar is an animal without heart. So, Caesar shall not stay at home. Caesar will go out. Danger knows full well that Caesar is more dangerous than he. He here refers to danger. Danger is personified. Before this extract also, we learned that he spoke about a danger. Danger will look at him from behind. Danger is not confident enough to face him face to face. So danger knows that Caesar is more dangerous than danger. Further, he gives a comparison. We here refers to Caesar and danger are two lions. He tells that are lions born on the same day, littered in one day. They both are born on the same day, and Caesar being the elder, more dangerous than danger, more terrible than danger. So Caesar comes to the conclusion or the decision. He reaffirms that Caesar shall go forth. He's not scared of a danger. He's not worried about anything. Caesar fears nothing. He feels that there is no situation or difficulty which he cannot tackle with his skill and power. So for this reason, he decides to go out, going against the request of his wife, that is Calpurnia, against the advice given by the priest. Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house, and not your own. We will send Mark Antony to the Senate house, and he shall say, you are not well today. Let me upon my knee prevail in this. So Calpurnia says that, my husband, alas, it's very sad, my husband, my lord, your wisdom is eaten up by your self-confidence. She tells that your wisdom has disappeared and you look overconfident, consumed in confidence. Your wisdom is eaten up by self-confidence. Please do not go forth today. Please do not go out of the house. And call it my fear. It's my fear. You are not scared. You're brave. And you consider it as my fear. Please do consider my fears, my anxieties. Call it my fear. That keeps you in the house. That's why you are at home. And it is not your fear. And there is a solution that you are not going to Senate. We will inform Mark Antony. We will send Mark Antony to the Senate house, informing the senators that Caesar is not well. And she requested him by kneeling down in front of Caesar. Let me upon my knee prevail in this. I beg you on my knees, allow me to have my way in this manner. So now Caesar has changed. Mark Antony shall say, I am not well. Mark Antony can inform he has changed his decision, yielded up to the request of Calpurnia. And for thy humor, this I am doing just for your humor. I will stay at home, only to satisfy your humor, your whim. I will stay at home and I will not go to capital. At this juncture, one of the conspirators, Decius Brutus, He enters. Here is Decius Brutus. Yes, the right time he has come. So instead of Mark Antony, Caesar has decided this matter will inform to Decius Brutus, and he will inform the senators. He shall tell them so that Caesar is not going to attend the Senate that day. Decius Brutus, Caesar, all hail, greetings. Good morning, mighty Caesar. I have come here to fetch you to the Senate house. I have come here to escort you to the Senate house. And Caesar tells him, and you are come in the very happy time. You have come just the right moment to take my greeting to the senators and inform them, inform my greeting to the senators and tell them that I will not come today. And inform them Caesar is not going to attend the Senate today. And Caesar tells that If I say cannot, then it is false. If I say cannot, it would be a lie. And if I say dare not, that would be more untrue. So just inform them, I will not come today. That's all. Decius. So he tells that to say I am not able to, I cannot, would become untrue, false, positive degree. And to say I am not brave enough to dare not attend the Senate would be more untrue. That means a falser. That is a comparative degree. So you just inform the senators that Caesar will not come today, will not attend the Senate that day. Just give this information to the senators. Calpurnia says, when you inform the senators that Caesar is not going to attend the Senate, add the information that Caesar is sick. Tell them Caesar is not well. Then Caesar asked, shall Caesar send a lie? Have I in conquest stretched mine arm so far to be afraid to tell the grey bats the truth? Decius, go tell them Caesar will not come. So when Calpurnia adds that Decius should tell the Senate that Caesar is sick, Caesar pointed out that he has conquered nations and not worried about the grey bats, the old senators, knowing why he had to stay at home. Decius, Brutus asked, most powerful Caesar, let me know the reason. Why are you staying at home? Otherwise, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so, I'll be mocked at. So, what is the reason? May I know the reason? For that Caesar says, the cause is in my will. Caesar tells Decius just to tell, it's my will, it's my decision. I will not come. That is enough to satisfy the Senate. They don't deserve any more of an explanation than this, that Caesar will not come. But for your private satisfaction. But Caesar says that he loves Decius Brutus. Because I love you, I will let you know the real reason why Caesar is staying at home. And here, definitely, that was a bad move by Caesar, sharing the real reason to the conspirator, one of the conspirators. And he details, Calpurnia here, my wife stays me at home. She requested me to stay at home. She dreamt tonight she saw my statue, which like a fountain with 100 spouts, did run pure blood, and many lusty Romans came smiling and did bathe their hands in it. Till here the dream he has explained. Calpurnia had a dream in which Caesar's statue poured blood from 100 spouts like a fountain, and that happy Romans, lusty Romans, surrounded the statue, bathing their hands in the blood. And she interprets, Calpurnia interprets these are warnings and omens of disasters which are about to happen. So she has begged me on her knee that I should stay at home that day. So the real reason Caesar has shared with one of the conspirators why Caesar will not attend the Senate that day. So here we see Decius Brutus' his arguments to put forward to make Caesar change his mind. He tells that this dream is all misinterpreted. Calpurnia had interpreted her dream incorrectly. According to Decius, Calpurnia's dream was very beautiful and fortunate. It was a vision, fair and fortunate. It was a beautiful dream promising good fortune. As per the dream, the statue spouting blood in many pipes, in which so many smiling Romans bathed, means, which signifies that from you, from Caesar, great Rome shall suck a reviving blood. Rome would receive a new life from Caesar. And further he tells that the great men shall press for tinctures, stain, relics, and cognizance. This by Calpurnia's dream is signified. And he tells that this dream, that the Romans smiling, bathing their hands in the blood, it signifies Rome will receive a new life from Caesar. And that the great Romans will crowd around you for the colors to be added to their coats of arms. The shield with the Roman symbol, that is coat of arms. Then stains, then relics and cognizance. These words suggest the miraculous powers believed to be possessed by the relics of saints. These words. And he tells that great men of Rome shall crowd around Caesar to get something stained by Caesar's blood. The reason is as that would add value to them, to it. The shield with the Roman symbol, that is the coat of arms, will become precious, holy, will become precious. And other objects will become holy and will bear the mark of honor. As I told that these are the words which suggest the miraculous powers believed to be possessed by the relics of saints. Together with the stain and relics, we get impression of clothes dipped in Caesar's blood, so that they receive a new life from Caesar. This by Calpurnia's dream is signified. He tells that this is what indicated by Calpurnia's dream, not as per the fear of Calpurnia. Something bad will happen to Caesar. Something is going to happen, something wrong is going to Caesar. No, this is the real interpretation. This by Calpurnia's dream is signified. This is what is indicated by Calpurnia's dream, that Rome would receive a new life from Caesar. Now we can see that Caesar changes his decision. And this way you have well expounded it. You have interpreted Calpurnia's dream correctly. Interpreted it correctly in this way. Yes. Decius Brutus, I have when you have heard what I can say and know it now. You will see that I have. When you hear what else I can tell you, something else also I have with you, one information, a news. The Senate have concluded and he is sharing the news. Something else also is there. I'm going to share it. Decius is tempting, attracting Caesar, trying to change Caesar's mind and make him attend the Senate that day. I have when you have heard what I can say. You will see that I have. When you hear what else I can tell you. The Senate have concluded to give this day mighty Caesar the crown. Give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. Going to give crown. Going to crown Caesar. This they have already decided. And now the issue is, the problem is, if you shall send them the word, you will not come. If you are going to send this message to the senators, their minds may change. People, they are fickle-minded. They may change their decision. Now they have decided that they will crown Caesar that particular day. And if you are going to send this message that Caesar is not going to attend the Senate, their minds may change. Besides, in addition to this, that means their minds may change. In addition to this, it were a mock apt to be rendered for someone to say, and it would be, and he tells that besides it would be a mocking, that means apt. They will say that he is trying to change Caesar's mind, telling that it would become a mocking joke likely to be made. They may say, for someone will say that let the Senate disperse till some time in the future when Caesar's wife will get better, will have better dream. Till that time, this senators, they will decide that the Senate will disperse for some time in the future till Calpurnia gets better dream. They may mock also. They may laugh at the decision taken by Caesar. So Decius continued telling that we'll break up the Senate till another time in future, till Calpurnia gets a better dream. If Caesar hides himself, they not whisper. What do they whisper? Lo, see, Caesar is afraid. Pardon me, Caesar, for my dear, dear love to your proceeding bids me tell you this, and reason to my love is liable. So we have seen that to end all the discussion on the topic, Decius offers Caesar the cherry on the top. What was the cherry on the top? That is, the Senate is planning to crown Caesar on that day. And if he doesn't show up, they may change their mind. Condition is also there. If Caesar doesn't go the Senate, doesn't attend the Senate that day, they may change their mind. In addition to this, they may make fun of him for being a scaredy cat and by staying home because of his wife's dreams. So at the end, he tells that he says all these things out of love. To your proceedings bids me tell you this out of love. My deep concern for your advancement makes me tell you this, Caesar. Prudence is overcome by my love. That is the reason. Okay, these things I said out of love. And here we see that Caesar takes this bait, calls Calpurnia foolish, and heads off with Decius to the capital. How foolish do you fear see now, Calpurnia? I am ashamed I did yield to them. Give me my robe, for I will go. He has taken the decision. Now he has come to the decision. So he tells that, how foolish your fears seem now, Calpurnia. Now I am ashamed. I have listened to you. I gave in to them. Give my robe. Now I have decided I will go. And at that juncture, enter Publius, Brutus, Ligarius, Metellus, Casca, Trebonius, and Cinna. All the conspirators, as per the decision, 8 o'clock, they have reached Caesar's home in order to escort Caesar to the Senate. See, and look where Publius is come to fetch me. And see, Publius has come to escort me. Good morrow, Caesar. Good morning, Caesar. Yes, welcome, Publius. What, Brutus? Are you still so early too? Even you have come so early, Brutus. Good morrow, Casca. Good morning, Casca. He is greeting, wishing each and everyone. Caius Ligarius. Caesar was never so much your enemy. He tells that. I was never so much against you, Ligarius. That illness has made you so lean. That same ague, that fever which has made you so lean. What is the time? He asked. What's the time? When Caesar asked the time, Brutus replied, Caesar, it is struck on 8. The clock has struck 8. It is 8 o'clock. Caesar replied, I thank you for your pains and courtesy. I thank you for your trouble and courtesy. Brutus and Mark Antony enters. Looking at Mark Antony, Caesar remarked, see, Antony, who revels long nights, is notwithstanding up. Who makes merry late into the night has nevertheless got up, and he has come here to escort me to the Senate. Good morrow, Antony. Good morning, Antony. Antony replies, so to most noble Caesar. Good morning to you, to the most respected Caesar. Caesar gives instruction to Calpurnia, bid them prepare within. Ask them who is inside to get ready. And he blames himself. I am to blame to be thus waited for. I am to be blamed to be late in this manner. Now he calls Cinna, Metellus, Trebonius, and he expresses his wish to talk to them for an hour. I have an hour's talk in store for you. I have to talk to you for an hour. Remember that you call on me today. Remember to visit me today. And one more instruction, be near me, be close to me, that I may remember you. So that I may remember that I have to talk to you. Trebonius will give answer sarcastically, ironically, Caesar, I will be very close to you, aside, figure of speech is used here aside. And so near will I be, I'll be very close to you, that your best friends shall wish that I had been further, that I had not been very close to you, Caesar. Caesar then invites everyone to have a friendly morning drink with him. Good friends, go in and taste some wine with me. Then, like friends, straight we will go to Senate. For that, Brutus privately laments that Caesar can't tell this, that his supposed friends are his soon-to-be murderers. He answers that every like is not the same. O Caesar, the heart of Brutus earns to think upon. Everyone looking like a friend is not a friend. Like as a reference, like friends here. Brutus grieves in his heart to think that a friend is no more a friend, and so he has to be killed. Thank you, children.